Hey guys, happy Monday night. It is President's Day. Happy President's Day. I hope that a lot of you had the day off. I did not. Never a day off when you own your business, but I wanted to jump on here and talk to y'all about how to grow your business and scaling your business, what needs to happen before you can do that. And real quick before I start, if you haven't already, head over to Kate Waldo and Company, katewaldoandco.com/influencer to get the freebie video for how to organize your influencer products, for everything that you get in the mail, from the free stuff to all the things that you want to post for any projects that you're working on, collaborations, all those kind of things. So anyway, we're going to talk about why you need to do something specific before you start scaling your business. And that is that you really need to make a point to create systems for your business and to have, if you've already started to gain traction with your influencer business and your blog or your video blog on YouTube, then you already can see that you've got a lot of things happening. There's a lot of things to keep track of, and in order to continue to make your blog successful, you have to keep all those parts running. So you need to have systems in place for how you do everything that you do. And that's a big thing that we talk about in the Organized Influencer digital course, is that you need to create foundation for your business so that you have systems in place for how do we do blog posts, how do we upload things to YouTube, how do we plan out our content, how do we interact with all these brands that we are collaborating with, so that there is a system for every time you do those tasks over and over again, that you are not reinventing the wheel every time, that you have a process in place that you can always go back and edit it. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it definitely won't be perfect. It's always going to be something you're tweaking, but you have steps in place for every time that you do each of those tasks in your business, that you have a blueprint to go back to, and you aren't reinventing the wheel. You're taking a lot less time and a lot less thought to go through it to make those things happen. And you definitely need this if you're starting to gain traction with your blog or your video blog, YouTube, influencer business. You definitely need to have some systems in place. It'll make your life a lot easier. It'll make you be able to feel more relaxed and like you've got everything covered. You're not so overwhelmed by all the tasks that you have to do, because we know as an influencer, you have so many things that you're responsible for, and maybe a lot of people don't take you seriously for what you do, but it's a lot of work. It's a whole lot of work to get everything done and to make sure that all your content is looking like uniform across all of your platforms, that you're having all the digital side of it, all the tech side, it's all working for you. You are following up with all the people you should be following up with. You're answering your emails, all of these things. You're responding to DMs. The list goes on and on and on. But it is, so that's why it's so crucial to, in order to scale your business, that you start to create systems for how you do everything in your job. So that could be from the tiniest thing to what emails go into what files, to something bigger like how do we brainstorm content for a blog? How do we go about doing that? And this way, it will also set you up so that you can, a lot of my students in the Organized Influencer digital course have been asking about, how do we outsource? How do we know when we're ready to have a virtual assistant or an integrator or all these different roles? How do we know when we're ready for that? And a big thing to get ready for that is to start creating systems for your business and writing down all these processes. But here's something that you might not expect, is if you're not just going wild with all these things that you have going on in your business, this is a perfect time for you to start working on creating these systems. And that is something that I did in my business, where I was very confident that as a professional organizer, I was going to have a lot of business and it was going to be really, really busy. And so I went ahead, and when I didn't have as many clients, I set up systems for myself where I knew from the time that the client contacted me to the time that they were a month out from working with me, that I had a full system in place for every single email that should go to them, every single form that should go to them. When do I follow up? When do I write a thank you note, handwritten thank you note? All of those things. I had thought through all of that beforehand, and of course I tweaked it, and it's changed a lot, but I had the time, while I had the time to go through and work on those systems and have those written out, what I was supposed to be doing with every single client or with every single project that I worked on. That saved me so much time when I got busy, and really, I truly believe that is the only way that I was able to handle as much business as we've had. And that was because I didn't have to reinvent the wheel every time we had a new client. It was so streamlined, so simple, and it saved me so much time, so much headache. And it was really nice when after, because I know as an influencer, not everyone is doing this full time. Even if your blog's really successful, you also have maybe a side, another side hustle, or you have a full-time job, or you've got kids and a family. And so this can't be absolutely everything that you do. It is, you love it and it's your passion, but you also, it is important that you are able to do other things in your life, that you're able to shut off and go do those other things and still feel confident that your business is running well. So if you are starting to gain traction with your blog, if you've already gained a lot of traction, you 1000%, you know this, that you need to be organized and you need to have systems in place that will make your life so much easier. But on the flip side of that, if you are still, you've started, but you're not as busy as you're hoping to be, that is a perfect time to get started with documenting everything that you do, every time you work with a brand, every time you send an email. How do you follow up with people? All of those things. So start working on that now, and you'll be so thankful later that you did it. But that's just all I wanted to share with y'all tonight. I am going to get back to our Game of Thrones marathon. We are crazy and decided to start from the beginning again before this last season comes out. So, hey, Becca. Becca, I wish that we could do your wine night over again. Becca had a great blind wine tasting. If y'all have never done that, it was really fun. But anyway, I'm gonna head out for the night. I hope this was helpful. Y'all comment and let me know. I'm gonna upload it to YouTube, Instagram TV, and you'll be able to see it everywhere. I'll put it on the blog too. But if y'all haven't already, like I said, go over to katewaldoandco.com/influencer and you can get the free video on how to organize the 3 tips that I have for you on how to organize your promotional products that you get from brands so that your office is not crazy and you know exactly what you're supposed to do with everything that you get in, and you don't lose track of something and forget to post it on your stories, all those things. So anyway, I will talk to y'all later. Have a good night.